Well, Knox County Planning is holding a community meeting about its study of traffic and mobility in the Hardin Valley area. That area is highlighted in blue right there on your screen. The community in northwest Knox County is booming, but officials say its growth is outpacing the existing infrastructure. Planning leaders say so far the study has revealed several issues, including heavy traffic and congestion, access, and safety. They say more than 1,200 people have responded to surveys about the area as part of the study, but they want to give more people the chance to share their opinions at the public meeting.
We want to also hear about additional problems so that what we'll take from this meeting Tuesday night is to identify possible solutions, then work towards prioritizing a set of solutions to present to the County Commission later this spring.
That meeting's set for next Tuesday at 5:30 in the gym at Hardin Valley Academy. The Starbucks location in the Farragut